Welcome to the Reconnecting Roots Behind the Music podcast. My name is Mandy McCauley, your friendly neighborhood music supervisor. Joining me is Gabe McCauley, our TV show host, and my house bandmates, Dillon, Hodges, and Heidi Feek. Together we have conversations about the history and stories behind the songs we feature on our television show and Reconnecting Roots music albums, which you can find anywhere you can find an internet. Please enjoy.
Yeah, DJ.
Quad City DJs, yeah.
Yes.
There you
Quad
go.
City
Thank you.
DJs.
Yeah.
Yeah, not quite
What you
Tri-City.
gonna get?
You know, they had one more.
Oh,
They had
Come
one
On
more
Ride the
city.
Train. That was the one I wanted to do for the show.
Come on, train.
Yeah, not quite
I
public
love.
domain.
What you gonna get for Christmas?
Yes.
We need to.
Hey guys, we're rolling, okay?
Uh-huh.
This is a podcast.
Okay.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh,
Quit
sorry.
fooling
I
around.
thought this was about my favorite Christmas song.
No, this is a podcast for Reconnecting Roots behind the music. Here we are, back again with yours truly, Gabe McCauley, host of the PBS docu-series Reconnecting Roots, where we explore the values of yesterday and the promise of tomorrow. Thanks for watching. But today we're not talking so much about the TV show. We're talking about the music that's a vital part of each and every episode. I'm here with music supervisor and part of our house band, Mandy McCauley.
Welcome to me.
Thank you for being on the show.
Thank me.
And I did, actually. And all the way from Florence, Alabama, down there in the Muscle Shoals region, we have firekid.
Hey, guys. How are you?
There they are.
I am.
So in
Heidi.
sync
Dillon.
with one another. Just,
Anyway, you get it.
Perfect.
You get
Yeah,
the.
you
You pretty
get it.
much get it.
We'll practice for next one.
yeah, we get the idea. Today, we're going to talk about yet another non-controversial subject, which no one has an opinion about, religion. Religion in America.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of the folks that do the thing in Nashville. The
Satanists.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening again. What were you saying?
Doyle and Debbie. Doyle and
De-
Debbie.
Oh my goodness.
I wish
love
they'd be
them.
here for a part of the podcast today. We would have them sing one of their favorites, which I saw them perform on Conan, "God Loves America Best."
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then we could.
We saw them at the Station Inn. I don't
Yes,
remember
at
that
Station
song.
Inn, Doyle and Debbie. Then we
Yeah.
could explore Christian nationalism, some topics like that. Again, things that are not controversial, but just easy to talk about.
So simple.
But anyway, religion in America, we had to find, I would say that's probably one of the more easier songs to find in public domain is something to do with religion, church, God.
That's so
Am I
true.
correct? There's a lot of those, huh?
That is absolutely
You are very
true.
correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how we learned music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more about that, Mandy.
Well,
I think it becomes a. Can I say one thing
Please
quick
do.
about that? Okay, I think religion and religious music is becomes an umbrella because it's a safe space for people to combine, their musical heritage. They can bring it to a common theme. So, like, for example, though whites and blacks could not go to the same places, or blacks couldn't go to the same places as white people. The music could mingle, because they had a shared religion. So there's more chance for crossover.
Yeah, very good point. And so tell me about the choice that you made. Was it a difficult choice for the song that you picked for this episode? Considering there
It
would
was.
be a number
It was.
of
We
options.
we sort of felt like, this song, like, it's kind of I think we thought, like, is it cheesy to do this song? But in the end, we just, once again, we all had kind of an idea for it. So that's why we went with it, because we had a production idea to go with it. there is so much material to choose from for this episode. You're right.
I would imagine so. Tell me a little more about the song, Mandy.
Oh, thank you. I would love to. And this is also, I'm going to read our liner notes, but then I'm going to expand on it a little bit. What started as a children's Sunday school song transformed into a civil rights anthem over the 20th century. The original recording that we used on side A of the vinyl is the first known recording of the song that the Lomaxes, John and Ruby Lomax, recorded. And it's performed by a woman named Doris McMurray in 1939, and she was an inmate at a Texas prison. And she said that her grandmother taught her this song. And so the recording was made, from my understanding, in the prison.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably one of the most fascinating stories of all of the public domain songs that you guys found.
I mean, personally, I'd love to do a deep dive on just that story right there.
Totally.
Yeah. Sounds really, really interesting.
The lyrics are attributed sometimes to this guy named Harry Dixon Lowes, but I don't think that that's actually the case. I think it's probably folklore that's been passed down. I don't guess that's not the right word, lore, but if you
Hold
will,
on.
broadsides or whatnot, just passed down through tradition and has,
Gotcha.
finally come into popular culture at some point.
I'm sorry. His name is Harry Dixon.
Harry Dixon Lowes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What was his name again?
You heard it.
I'm sorry. I just was distracted. I would simply change my name.
Simply.
Just easy. It's
This
easy
would
to
be a
do.
perfect time to just play the recording
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah, it would.
of Doris McMurray singing in the
While in prison.
yes, in
Literally
recorded
in
by
prison.
the Lomaxes.
Wow. Incredible.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. In my neighbor's home, I'm gonna let it shine. In my neighbor's home, I'm gonna let it shine. In my neighbor's home, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Mama Sauce works with people around the world to bring their print projects to life. They believe print still matters. They specialize in equipment like letterpresses, screen print press, and hot foil presses. They can also handle just about any other specialty finishing on their antique production equipment. That's why we chose Mama Sauce to print our vinyl jackets. And they look hot. Like hot sauce. Check out mamas-sauce.com for your print project. That's mamas-sauce.com.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, did he go to the prison specifically to see if anybody could sing? Did he hear word of this lady who knew this song at this prison? How does that come about, I wonder?
Yeah, I don't know, but
We should do a little documentary about
exactly.
that.
It really
Yeah.
is fascinating.
Y'all, please go ahead.
Yeah.
In your free time,
Yeah,
make
I
a
know.
documentary.
Yeah,
Free
we're gonna
time
start
you
working on that. So, what led you to make the creative changes and/or choices with the newly reimagined version of this song?
Wow. I have my own thoughts and opinions about this, and you all may have yours. But I think, first of all, choosing this song seemed like the right song to choose when talking about religion, because there can be such a heavy cloud over so many things, and there's, abuse, but then there's light, there's beautiful things that have been done in the name of religion, and there's terrible things that have been done in the name of religion. And for us, I think we all can agree that love is light, and that's what we wanted to bring into the end of the episode, and bring hope into choices that humans make.
Yeah, and if I can say something, I'm gonna get my guitar. I wanted Mandy to do a Becky thing, if I'm being honest, and
What's a Becky thing?
As in Beck.
as in Beck,
Oh, okay.
E.
and I thought it would be really cool to just have her kind of almost just like spit the words out of her mouth, and I thought it would be kind of funny or ironic to just have the song go. And that's the guitar part that just kind of refrains. And then instead of the standard refrain, just add in a section that just goes shine. I didn't want it to sound like Lion King or something, but it ended up feeling kind of like I don't know, not exactly Loser, but something from I don't know how to pronounce it. Someone corrected me last time, but the Guero album.
Is that how you say it? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Guero?
Guero.
I can't remember.
Guero?
I don't
maybe.
know.
Guero.
I don't know how to say it, but something from that album that I love. And this is my favorite song on the record. I like the other ones a lot, and they have special places for me, but this one, I feel like we nailed it. I feel like this one, it just ended up being so cool. And Mandy, you sound great on it. And yeah, the thing about the production that stood out to me was just trying to get you to sing worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that you could, if you had to like unsing this one,
Yeah.
this light of mine,
Yeah.
just almost speak it, but still it's trying to find the balance between just literally spitting the words out and singing them a little bit.
Yeah.
So we stacked a few of your vocals and put my vocals in there, and I just kind of, thrashed out a little guitar part, and it kind of worked out.
And I like the percussion in it. The beat is like a tukka tukka tukka
Yeah.
tukka tukka, and it's like almost off. That I like it. It's a little chaotic.
It had the Mellotron guitar in there.
Yeah. Whenever I think of Mandy musically, I feel like all three of us each kind of have our own aesthetic. And whenever I think of Mandy, it's just like more rock and roll than us. We're
Yeah, that's true.
I think of her, and I think of you. You're here. I'm talking to you. I think of you, Mandy. I think of like electric guitars and you just having a good time and belting stuff out is my favorite.
But you know what? We should definitely listen to the new song now. The new version.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it. shine all around the world. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Don't let nobody it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Don't let nobody it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Don't let nobody it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it
I will say I believe that this must have been a challenge, at least from me as a non-musical person. How do you take something that is so simple and ingrained in the hearts of everyone as a children's song, and how do you make it become something that all of us as adults like want to jam out to?
Right. I think you're getting at the heart of something that like great movie studios understand, which is how do you make children's entertainment, but that parents are the ones that are paying the ticket price, to go see. So you have to put something in there for the parents too. Like Wall-E is like really a film for the parents, I remember watching Rugrats on Nickelodeon as a kid, and mom and dad would be watching with me, and they would be laughing at things that I didn't think were funny. But when I grow up, I sort of get it. And I think This Little Light of Mine has an imagery in the front that is universal and transcends age. It's something that can be appreciated in an imagery for children, but behind the imagery is some sort of truth that can be appreciated aesthetically.
Mm-hmm. I think also there's a certain amount of like irreverence toward what has come before, musically speaking, with this song. So just kind of
You're talking about our production approach?
Yeah, our production approach too. Actually, most of the songs that we did for this record, it's just a certain amount of irreverence to what they were before, to be able to and not really worrying about it and just kind of feeling what we're feeling and then vibing on that in the studio.
And when you say irreverence, I mean, I think what you're meaning or saying, at least in my own perspective, is not having to have such a tight hold on replicating the original thing, but having permission to say, we can step outside of the original genre, we can step outside of the original intent, still having reference or reverence for the original recording and songwriters and everything, etc. Obviously, because that's why you pick these songs, but then being able to say we can hold these with a very loose hand.
Yeah, only production wise.
But by no, I hold no illusions in this process. Like I am trying to make a better version of this song than anyone else has done.
Nice.
Now, whether we succeed or not, is subjective and up to someone else. But that is the goal: is to make the best version of the song that we can without the limitations of tradition imposed upon the process. So just trying to create something that's singular, but it's hard to make something that's singular that has been recorded so many times. And that's the challenge, but it's also what lets us have songs like This Little Light of Mine on the record, which, it's soulful, but it feels, you know, not loose. It feels rigid at the same time. I don't know. It's got its own vibe on the record, and in the context of all the other versions of This Little Light of Mine that have ever been done, no one's done anything quite like what we did.
Mm-hmm.
Mandy.
Well, there was an original question you had, and I can't exactly remember what
It
is.
was making it relevant to an older ear.
Oh, well, and I think that's what happened within the civil rights movement is they took this song that everybody knew at that point and turned it into an anthem to say, no matter what somebody's doing to me, I'm still going to be a light to the world, and I'm not going to let whatever is being done to me keep me down. I'm going to...
Right.
Mm-hmm.
With the abuse that's coming on to me, I will not fight back like that. I will fight back with love and light. And that's what I think about when I think about this song is...
It does feel a bit more anthemy, like fighty anthemy.
Fighty Anthony?
Yeah.
That's a good name for somebody.
Well, it's because it's got some grit now, right? It's got some
Right.
girth. Like it's a little bit more in your face.
The arrangement that we did definitely is drawing from angst. So the comparison to the civil rights movement is apt.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say also a note about it transitioning from being a children's song to being a civil rights song is tied to that thing I'm talking about, which is the symbolism is some sort of like universal picture language, almost like hieroglyphic. It's not quite the same as the eternal melody, which we keep going back to, but it's a picture language. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. It's not just simple morality at play. It's like the powers of light and dark.
And on that note, I'd like to ask our audience to let their light shine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. Let's go out there and shine, folks.
Shine.
And cut.
You can visit reconnectingroots.com to buy our Season 2 vinyl. Side A has the old-timey recordings, and Side B has our reimagined versions of the same songs. You can also find out how to watch our show on real live TV or on the internets at reconnectingroots.com. Thanks for listening. And I guess to make it look like we have meaning in this world, you could like and subscribe or leave nice reviews wherever you're listening to this podcast. Apparently right now, that's what success is supposed to look like. You know what? Make your own choices. Maybe go outside and experience nature. Look a human in the eye and have a conversation. Like and subscribe to humans in front of your face. Invest in them the way we all invested in Bitcoin in 2021. Except your currency is your time and love. Go do that. Go out and love. That sounds better. Okay, see you next time. Bye.